Hello everyone and welcome to the Cannolo Report. I'm Giovanna Battaglia from the Culture Department of Splendid Sicily, and we're broadcasting from Sicily. I want to thank this week Robin Assali, Joseph Stella from Canada, Lillian Smith from New York, and Vinny Russo from California for donating on our support page. This is how we go on. Without you, we cannot do it. So please help us. Anyway, all over the world, the situation of the virus seems to be coming down. In Sicily, actually, we never had major problems. And now for over 10 days, we had no cases. We sincerely hope that this experience will serve to understand the true values of life and to be afraid only of the people who govern us and who will send the whole world to die in order to continue their interest. Everything is about to pass, and in the meantime, nature, animals, and the sky are taking a nice breath. Let that be a lesson to us. One of the great problems of Sicily was that of pirates who suddenly attacked the coast of the island, stealing men, women, and goods. The assaults began as early as the 1300s and continued for centuries. One of the most terrible of these pirates was the Turkish Ariadeno Barbarossa. When the Sicilians sighted these pirate ships, everyone ran and shouted, "Mamma li Turchi!" And this saying has remained even today, even if now it is used in an ironic sense. To contain piracy, a series of coastal towers were built, especially starting in the 1500s, which warned each other of the imminent danger through smoke and fire signals. The entire coastal perimeter of Sicily is dotted with these towers, which can also be seen today, although many are reduced to ruins. Instead now, we enter in a typical butcher shop with a fun butcher, Mario Bonaccorso.
Però da metterlo qua aperto.
Certo, se c'è qualcosa.
Poi ci metti del coso.
Ecco.
Guarda, ce n'è una.
Voglio fare un programma che chiederezza. Ma chi è? Che affare il tizio? La pizza non le devo marina?
Stavolta viene da qua.
Zitto,
Dai, lo riprendono con la roffola.
quando sto venendo, magari di cose che erano già state al programma.
Papà.
Vamos un nuovo che è bello. Come in Sicily for the good life.
Ok, perfetto.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your collaboration. And after the nice Butcher Mario, now it's the turn of a nice interview made by Rosanna Paternostro to a 89-year-old Sicilian. Bisacquino, western hinterland of Sicily, a town with strong Sicilian roots where many traditions still remain solid. Frank Capra was born here before he immigrated to America when he was very young. Many people from Bisacquino emigrated to America in the early 1900s. And Eseco must also have reached the ear of director of Everybody Loves Raymond, so much so that in one episode, a mysterious end of Bisacquino appears. In this little town, our Rosanna Paternostro
Buonasera,
met
signora
Mrs.
Antonina.
Antonina.
Buonasera.
Volevo parlare un po' del suo passato.
Good evening, Mrs. Antonina. Tell us a little about your past.
Del giorno del
Did the
matrimonio.
hairdresser come to the house on the wedding day?
Non ci pensa
La
io.
mattina cosa ha fatto? Veniva il parrucchiere in casa oppure...
No, mi viene un parrucchiere in casa. Invece
Yes, the hairdresser came.
a pranzo mi sono sposata io.
Che
Ai
età
4,
aveva?
19 anni.
Did you go to the restaurant like now?
Oppure
No,
mangiavate...
no.
Mangiavate...
A casa.
Cosa? Cosa si offriva?
No, Sofia che...
No, we ate at home. We had lunch the next day. And on the night of the wedding, you had a party? Yes, a party. Convetti, cookies. What did you use to drink? Homemade rosoli. They were the green confetti and the green rosolio that was used for the engagement.
Festa, compette, biscotti, che c'era da fare? Parenti, amici. Io?
Sì.
4. Uno è presente.
How many children did you have? 4. One is here. Did you give birth in the hospital? No, at home. They prepared the water.
La dottoressa veniva a casa.
Preparava
Si
qualcosa
preparava tutto, neanche c'era del bisogno.
anche per lavare il neonato, cosa
Sì,
preparavano?
Acqua.
And where did they wash the baby? In the tub.
A parte non per dormire.
You have always been here in Bisaquino? We spent 2 months in Germany and came back. And why did you come back?
Tornati subito.
Perché mio marito mangiava non ci piaceva.
Il mangiare non più,
Non
cos'è che non ci
Il
piaceva?
pane. Il pane
Com'era?
nero. Faceva male.
My husband didn't like the bread. It was black, very black. Who is this in the photo? My husband. He played the accordion. How old are you? I'm old. You look good. 89.
87.
80.
O sbagliavo? 89?
Li porta benissimo lo
Io
stesso.
penso in 87.
Li porta benissimo. Grazie allora, signora Antonina, è stata gentilissima. Grazie per l'accoglienza
Grazie.
e magari ci rivediamo un'altra volta.
Quando?
Vediamo.
Quando?
Lei
I'll come to see you some other time.
si trova bene
And when?
sola.
You live alone? But as they
Si
say,
dice solità.
Santità, pane, picca e libertà.
sulità, which means
Grazie.
solitude,
Arrivederci.
santità, pane, picca e libertà, which means holiness, little bread, and freedom. At the Oratorio dei Bianchi in Palermo, you can admire the stuccos of Giacomo Serpotta, the great Sicilian artist born in Palermo on March 10, 1656, and that gave the stucco the same grace and beauty as the marble. This is a 94-year-old woman who picks up carobs, a tree symbol of Sicily. Once they used to give it to the mules, but in wartime they also became food for humans. This lady told us that she's been picking them up since she was a child and has eaten many in her life. Maybe carobs are an elixir of longevity. Our crew made a report in Castelluccio di Noto, a place that combines landscape and history, like always here in Sicily. And since in Castelluccio there is a necropolis and a prehistoric village and a medieval castle, there are also traces of huts and this monumental tomb called the Prince, with 4 fake pillars. And along with the report, our president Giovanni Vallone also had a picnic on the spot. The Arab domination in Sicily was certainly the one that left the most marks, especially in the Sicilian ethno-anthropological culture. For example, the widespread last name Vadalà means servant of Allah. The renewed sweet and sour dishes, such as caponata, are of Arabic origin. Many city names, such as Marsala, that is the port of Allah, are of Arabic origin. The ancient religious songs have a strong Arabic melodic imprint. Citrus fruits, prickly pears, and cotton, all imported from the Arabs. Even the characteristics, features of the Sicilians, not very tall, and dark in complexions, are characteristics of that population. The Arabs were here only 200 years, from 827 to 1091, but it is as if they never left and had a very strong influence. Among other things, the following dominations that wanted them as travelers, architects and artists. Summer is coming, and Sicily opens its doors to the whole world. We'll start again, and everything will be as beautiful as before. Our beaches, our sun, our food, and our hospitable people are waiting for you. On May 11, 1860, Garibaldi landed in Marsala with an army of 1,000 people, in which Sicilians from all over the island will join, and the victorious battle against the Bourbon army begins by annexing Sicily to Italy. In this exceptional video of the Luce Institute from 1930, we see this asphalt mine in the province of Ragusa. Almost everyone has a cupola and a shirt. The landscape is barren, with a pickaxe to break the stone, in a time when muscle strength was an important weapon. Today, technology has certainly improved working conditions. What did the Sicilians know about computers, televisions, refrigerators? Cu amici e cu parente, lo accattare non vendere niente. From friends and relatives, do not buy or sell anything. This is what the illustrious writer Johann Wolfgang von Goethe saw when he arrived in Palermo in 1875. We see many boats at sea in an extremely lively port city, as was the capital of the island. And we also see the shape of Monte Pellegrino, defined the most beautiful promontory in the world by Goethe himself, who was literally struck by this huge and barren rock symbol of the city. And now it's time to say goodbye, and what I recommend you is to think positive, that the tsunami has passed, and not because we say it, but because many scientists and virologists from all over the world say it. Wednesday, May 6th, we will broadcast an episode of The Voice with the usual funny and traditional stories of the elderly who take us back to a Sicily of the past. Monday, May 11th, the radio will broadcast a funny story of Frida and Peppino, or we better say, the true story of the love affairs of Lady Chatterley, the famous book of Lawrence, in which he describes the betrayals of his wife, and which took place right on our island. The television will broadcast a report on one of the most renewed places during the Belle Epoque period, Caffè Montevenere. We'll be seeing you again in 15 days. A big kiss to the whole world.